Hello, welcome to another edition of the Mexico in the World podcast, the podcast so that we can talk about celebrations, events in Mexico and the world. This time we are going to talk about several things that have been celebrated or are about to be celebrated. For example, we are going to start with the World Art Day, as we all know. This is very important. Art is not only for expression, it is for socializing, for education, and it is very important. That is why art in Mexico and the world. In addition to the role that art has always had for cultural reasons. In everyone at all times, and here remember that speaking of Mexico and the world in Mexico, we have a lot of art and very original and with a lot of tradition, for example in Oaxaca, etc. Remember that art is part of the cultures and it is very important, so let's contribute to the art and celebrate art all year long. Now we have World Amateur Radio Day. Well, this has been around for a long time. The celebration of amateur radio makes me think about what is happening in Russia and in Ukraine. Notice that with this war thing and media issues, it has had a lot of boom to be communicating with what is being experienced with the war over there. In Mexico, notice that even today there are radio amateurs who are still involved in this medium. Now the World Day of Creativity and Innovation, well yes. Notice that this is very important worldwide and of Mexico in science, since curiously Mexico is renowned for creativity and innovation. I know that many Mexicans, both here in Mexico in the world, many questions of study and innovation in postgraduate courses and for example in technology that are even involved in NASA or are. For example, renowned doctors in another country and are always innovating and using their creativity, for example, creating things that help them for their work. Example, this is that these Mexicans in NASA are having a great boom, these young people, because they have a lot of creativity with a lot of innovation. These instruments that NASA needs now on the 22nd is very important because it is Earth Day. Yes, it is important for Mexico and the world all year round, why we have to take care of our planet we have. To be aware of ecology and take care of our planet today and always, because we have that the scarcity of water, that the food problem, global warming, so we have to contribute to our planet and take care of it both in Mexico and in the world. And in Mexico, that is, I have come to comment before, if this is taken care of and taken into account, but still much remains to be done. Just as in other countries, there are some countries that are more advanced than others in terms of ecology and all of this, so let's hope that this improves in the future. Now we also have the Day of the Book and Copyright. There is nothing how to read a good book, right, in the importance of books in social issues, in education, etc. And the importance of copyright is very important, that you let us give the author his rights so that he can enjoy his work that the author did and in some way return so much effort, because it is a lot of work. It is a different kind of work, for example physical work, for example of a worker, but it is also an arduous intellectual work. The jobs are different and they are all difficult, but you also have to give your recognition to the person who does it. Let's not forget this. That is why World Intellectual Property Day is also celebrated, because they are musical issues with everything that has been talked about, that with the music that is downloaded from the internet, that piracy, that is the same with books, that now also digital books then, and not just this. For example, in labor matters, I know that intellectual property is very important. For example in pharmaceuticals and all this type of matter, so that the person who created it does not steal his idea without giving recognition to that person who did that work. And we have the World Health and Safety at Work Day. I think this is very important, because there is nothing like taking care of the health of all employees at whatever level. No matter what level the employee has within the company, and also that there is safety at work, especially for example in factories and mines, all these jobs that need more care, greater protection are. Imagine the need for protection, for example of a miner or in an oil well, also the safety, for example of workers in the sector health with the pandemic, so it is very important that everyone has safety in their work and has all the tools they need to take care of their health and safety, and has in Mexico a little more care being taken each time in this regard. I feel that there is still a little work to be done on it. Because I do not feel that in all jobs they take the necessary care that must be taken with the people who work, but we will see more in the future this aspect of health and safety at work. There are even government regulations, and we hope that this will also be modified so that I still know more about taking care of life and health and safety in the works of any worker. Very well, this is all for the moment in this edition, and we thank you for listening to us, and please do not forget our social networks email, podcastmexicointheworld@gmail.com, Twitter, @MexicoTheWorld, Facebook, Mexico in the World Podcast, YouTube, Mexico in the World. Thanks again for listening to us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next edition. Thanks, bye.